òun náà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fi wà nípò kẹta nínú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí ń pawó wọlé jùlọ lábẹ́lé nílẹ̀ wa. ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ló ti láǹfààní ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà ti gbàlódé táṣeyọrí yóò sì jẹ́ kó ń jẹ́ sùn wá bọ̀ láìpẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ń gbowó wọn lásìkò, pápá àṣírí Adámàsìngbà àtàwọn inú ojú pópó tí ń sòrú dọ̀sán ńkọ́. àwọn ìlú ti sọ pásì ìwádùn níṣèjọba yìí fi ń mọ rírì gbogbo àwọn aláṣẹ. gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ló ń sọ fún wa pé pẹ̀lú ìṣọ̀kan wa oòrùn tó kù lókè yìí ó táṣọ ọgbẹ.
iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
Good afternoon. This is Alora Radio transmitting from the GSM Studio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi Ibadan. This is the world news. I am Aboyede Ojo. First, the highlights. Safety of lives, property of Oyo residents are utmost priority. Makinde urges community leaders to cooperate with the government on solid minerals. Fakorede commends Afijio lawmaker at commissioning of sports educational facilities. Senate passes Electoral Act Amendment Bill, approves electronic transmission of results. And on the foreign scene, EU accuses Lukashenko of gangster-style abuse. And now the news in full. Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has reiterated that the safety of lives, property of all residents and citizens of the state is the utmost priority of his administration. Makinde, while declaring open the fourth quarter Army Headquarters Veteran Affairs Directorate Seminar 2021 held at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, stated that the theme of the program was apt, saying that the nation had reached a point where we need the skills of all, both serving and retired. The governor, who was represented by his Chief of Staff, Honorable Segun Ogunwuyi, urged the Army to reflect deeply and propose solutions for improving national security in line with the theme of the workshop. He further stated that all hands are needed on deck to solve the nation's security challenges, adding that there are many talents among the retirees, many of whom are retired but not tired, and the workshop will do well to explore these skills and expose participants to the Nigerian values that they can take pride in. Also, Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has called on traditional and community leaders to cooperate with his administration toward wealth generation through mineral resources in their domain. He made this statement through the chairman, Oyo State Mineral Development Agency, Abiodun Oni, who was represented by the general manager of the agency, Adefabi Adeniyi, during the stakeholders meeting on the challenges on royalty collection and gemstone development in Oyo State. He stated that if the community leaders cooperate and report all illegal miners, it will create an enabling environment for generating wealth and also transform Oyo State mineral sector into an irresistible mining destination for local and foreign investors. Adeniyi further stated that the objective of the meeting was to engage stakeholders and arrive at practical resolutions that will remedy the observed challenges militating against optimum revenue generation, while also providing an avenue to interact with opinion leaders such as kings, chiefs, miners, and other stakeholders of the mineralized zones on matters arising in respect of minerals development in the state. Meanwhile, the Oyo State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Seun Fakorede, has commended Honorable Seyi Adisa, who built a sports center in Awe, for his true spirit of leadership, adding that the initiative is a brilliant one. The commissioner, who made this statement at the commissioning of Afijio Sports Center in Awe by the House of Assembly member representing Afijio State constituency, also called for more collaborators and partners in developing the sports sector of the state, adding that there are more opportunities to tap into as the government alone cannot develop the state. He further stated that the state's government is committed to good governance and collaboration with other stakeholders in Oyo State, and reiterated that there is a place of brotherhood before political affiliation, which he learned from his principal. The lawmaker representing Afijio State constituency, Honorable Sheyi Adisa, handed over Afijio Sports Center, which has a basketball court, mini football pitch, volleyball court, and a building housing the Sheyi Adisa Development Initiative at Awe to the community. Speaking on this development, Honorable Adisa said that the project is most needed in his community because life has to be meaningful to all and sundry, regardless of social class, that the modern sports facility will add to the development in Oyo State. Meanwhile, Senate passes Electoral Act Amendment Bill, approves electronic transmission of results. The approval was given today when the lawmakers resumed plenary after a 3-week recess. The upper chamber, which constituted of 7-man conference committee to meet with members of the House of Representatives Conference Committee to harmonize the differences in the Senate and House versions of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. With the successful harmonization, it means the National Assembly has completed the process of amending the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Under a new amendment of Clause 52(2) of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, the Senate resolved that voting at an election and transmission of results under this bill shall be in accordance with the procedure determined by the Commission, which may include electronic voting. You will recall that on October 12, the Senate had bowed to pressure and given the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the sole power to determine the mode of transmission of results. And on the foreign scene, the European Commission has accused Belarus authoritarian leader Alexander Lukashenko of luring migrants with the false promise of easy entry to the EU as part of an inhuman gangster-style approach. Commission spokesman Peter Stano disclosed that at least 2,000 migrants are now at Belarus border, and upon arrival they were being pushed to the border and forced to make an illegal entry into the European Union. EU and NATO members Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia have all seen a surge in the number of people trying to enter their countries illegally from Belarus in recent months. Many are young men, but they include women and children, largely from the Middle East and Asia. Migrants have described how Belarus authorities seized their phones and pushed them towards the border fence. Overnight temperatures at the border have slumped below zero, and several people have already died in recent weeks. And before I end the news at the hour, here are the new highlights again. Safety of lives, property of Oyo residents are utmost priority. Makinde urges community leaders to cooperate with the government on solid minerals. Fakorede commends Afijio lawmaker at commissioning of sports educational facilities. And Senate passes Electoral Act Amendment Bill, approves electronic transmission of results. And on the foreign scene, EU accuses Lukashenko of gang-style abuse. And that ends the world news at the hour. I am Aboyedioju. Thank you for listening.
ọgbà tí àṣejìná lòdì ìrànjẹ làwọn aláṣẹ ìjókòtì tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa jẹ ọba ni wọ́n ó ṣe gàyà díẹ̀ ná ìlú ló láṣẹ ẹjẹ́ ìlú ó jẹun náà ìdí nìyí tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀tọ́ ìlú là ń fowó ìlú ṣe nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ̀rí bí ní ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wa ṣe ń jògèrè LAUTECH ti di tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ilé ìwòsàn alábọ́dé bíi 40 ló ti wẹ̀wọ̀ ọ̀tún pẹ̀lú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tòun tòògùn àti irinṣẹ́ tó pójú owó iṣẹ́ sì ti fẹ́ẹ̀ parí pẹ̀lú lórí 100 míì jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ààbò tó dájú ohun amáyédẹrùn ní ìṣokùnfà ìdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá láwùjọ òun náà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fi wà nípò kẹta nínú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí ń pawó wọlé jùlọ lábẹ́lé nílẹ̀ wa ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ló ti láǹfààní ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà ti gbàlódé táṣeyọrí yìí ó sì jẹ́ kó ń jẹ́ sùn wá bọ̀ láìpẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ń gbowó wọn lásìkò pápá àṣírí Adámàsìngbà àtàwọn inú ojú pópó tí ń sòrú dọ̀sán kọ́ àwọn ìlú ti sọ pásì ìwádùn níṣèjọba yìí fi ń mọrírì gbogbo àwọn aláṣẹ gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ló ń sọ fún wa pé pẹ̀lú ìṣọ̀kan wa oòrùn tó kù lókè yìí ó táṣọ gbẹ.
iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.